Hey, Christy Mattoon here with Mind Rewire and Christy Renee Healing Ministries. Thank you for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm trying to get above 5,000 subscriptions at this point, so if you can help me out, that would be awesome. And every time you like or share or even comment, I love to see your comments because I like to respond to those. But every time you do that, it helps the videos move, so please do that. That would be awesome. Have you seen this book? Probably backwards on your feed, but it's upside down. Power versus Force, and this is David Hawkins, right? So this is old school text. Good book, good book. But there's a chart inside of it called the Map of Consciousness, and you will notice on this Map of Consciousness, if you've never seen this before, Google it, go look it up, right? So David Hawkins Map of Consciousness. This will pop up, and different variations of it will pop up. But what you'll notice is that there are words on here that are associated to human emotions, right? So at the very bottom is shame, and then guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, and so on up the list, to reason, love, joy, peace, and then enlightenment, all the way at the top. And then there's a number association from high, the highest being 1,000, all the way down to 20, which is shame. There's a little arrow pointing down, and there's an arrow pointing up. And if you read the book, you will gain a lot of understanding as to how he came to this and what he was thinking. But I think it's incorrect. I think it goes this way. And all of these listed across are on a line. They're on a parallel to each other, all right? This parallel of emotions, basically, you can think of it in terms of energy. They're all just streams of energy. From frequencies, which are the up and down motion, the wave, how many times it goes, right? Depicts how fast, right? The up and down, it can go huge. Higher range frequencies, lower range frequencies, depending on the size of the up and the down, the hills and valleys, and then the speed of it. Right? And those are the qualities of a frequency. And then think vibration for a minute. So, right, frequencies and vibrations are the words that we hear the most when people are talking about raising and lowering something, including their emotions, right? So high level emotions, low level emotions. Grasp this, and if I'm totally wrong, I'll apologize. But the vibration, if you look up the definition, says vibration is a mechanical phenomenon whereby oscillations occur about an equilibrium point. So the equilibrium point's a center, so that could be your heart if we're talking about a human. And then the phenomenon could be like the heartbeat, right? And it ranges out in this form of feeling that we call love or vibration. Following? If love is just one of these emotions, and on the scale that he was showing, it's I think rated at 500. So it's up here, somewhere in here, right there. And the number associated to it is 500. So love is not, according to this, enlightenment's the highest. Love is not the highest. But we're told love is the highest. And then in those range of numbers, high to low, because of the way we think and the way we're taught to think, low is worse, high is better. So shame is bad as an emotion, as a problem, as an issue associated to a trauma or a time of your life. Think through this for a second. All the way to something called enlightenment that we can't even necessarily achieve, right? Especially if you're from the Christian realm, enlightenment was only for Jesus. You can't have that. That's what I was taught. If you turn that chart on its side and you look at it long ways and it goes across the horizon instead of up and down, now all of a sudden, all of these emotions, that's what we are taught they are, all these frequencies, all these vibrations that we could oscillate at when we put our awareness on it and choose to, all of these frequencies across this table are now just, think of it like qualities or characteristics. They're just frequencies. They're just part of a vibrational form. They are all equally important. There is not one of these frequencies. If you took one of these frequencies totally out of play, which is what we're taught kind of to do in some of the protocols that we use, like how do I get rid of my anger? Quit focusing on it. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that out loud. Quit focusing on it. But we want to do protocols and stuff that get rid of it. You don't want to get rid of that frequency. It's part of this huge, and there's more on it than what he wrote in there, but it's part of this huge parallel that create this thing that we are. And they're all needed. They're all beautiful. They're all wonderful. And all of them together, I am guessing, this is my assumption, this is what I think, all of them together, when you can allow them to be and not pinpoint or focus or hone in on one single one that causes it actually to erupt, right? Is if I focus on anger, guess what erupts in my life? Because I'm leaving out the rest of the vibrational frequencies. I'm leaving out the rest of things that I could oscillate at. That's vibration. The vibration. I'm leaving out that which creates this. I don't want to take anger out as an emotion, a component that I was taught that I am. I don't want to focus on that. But I don't want to get rid of that frequency because it's part of the whole. And if I don't look at it like that frequency is anger, meaning whatever I was taught about anger in myself, all of a sudden it's not low. It's just a part of the structure. Am I making sense? Using a protocol or some kind of method to keep you from focusing on it is not a bad idea. On my channel, you will find 2 different playlists that will help you do that in 2 different ways. One is a whole brain state, the idea of using a whole brain state and a whole brain posture, and I teach you exactly how to do it. The other one is called Beyond Heart Coherence. Both playlists are totally free on my channel, Mind Rewire. Please dive in, help yourself to it. But don't think you have to totally get something out of your system. If you can just look at it and view it like it's a vibration in this huge spectrum, or look at it like it's a frequency in this huge spectrum of energy that we are. This frequency is vitally important. What happens is we tend to focus on a frequency. We tend to hone into, and we'll use anger again, sadness. People forever telling me how sad I was because they said that was my lung issue, which it could be true. That could be part of my lung issue. But getting rid of sadness never solved my lung issue. Getting rid of sadness only made me emotionless because sadness was what I knew. It didn't make me happy. Are you following what I'm saying? Getting rid of anger will not make you a happy person. It will only bring you probably to a stable base of neutrality, if nothing else. And if you can view it as peace, it's really helpful. Without my anger, who am I? How do I act? How do I interact? What do I do? If I'm not happy, right, or one of these higher vibrations, whatever is listed on his chart there, love, can you reach a state of love? By human understanding, the way we have labeled these frequencies, these emotions, I should have done emotions, not frequencies, how we have labeled these frequencies and called them emotions, we have given ourselves a totally wrong understanding of what this is. And it's frustrating for me to look at this point because once you see it, you can't unsee it. The names of emotions that we were taught to use are not empowering us to live our best lives. If you could pull back and forget the labels, take the labels off, everything you have been taught to think about yourself, pull back in the emotion form and take those labels of emotions off. Even the word love in a spirit form versus the human taught form, 2 different things. Peace in spirit versus peace the way humans teach it, 2 different things. Don't look at the emotion chart, the, what do you call it, the map of consciousness in an up and down fashion. Turn it sideways. Look at it linearly, across the horizon. They are just frequencies that make all of this up, and you cannot get rid of them and have the same overtone quality that will emerge when you can pull back and just look at it as if it's a whole thing, instead of this is an emotion and I'm honing in onto that emotion and it's causing issues in my life. Because that's not the way this is supposed to work. Excuse me. Anyway, if this helps you, please like, share, subscribe to this channel, to my channel. I greatly appreciate that. If it helps you, my thought is that it'll probably help somebody else. If we can change the way we understand and look at some of these things, we can change humanity. I bless you. I thank you for being here. I thank you for being here. I can't say that enough. My gratitude is just overflowing. Thank you.